Hey, Elite Readers! Welcome back to Elite Readers Up, the channel where we explore powerful books, break down deep stories, and help things grow into leaders through the gift of reading. Today, we are stepping into the world of African literature, a land of drums, traditions, spirits, and hidden truths. We are reviewing the unforgettable novel, The Concubine by Elechi Amadi. This is your, well, I would say that this is not your usual love story. It is a story of beauty, fate, and tragedy, where love is powerful but cursed. It takes us deep into the village life, tradition, beliefs, and mysteries of a woman who seems to destroy every man who loves her. Guys, are you ready to dive into it? Okay, let's stop here. Have you subscribed? Have you liked this video? Have you clicked on the notification button? Okay, have you also gone to elitereadersub.com? Or what are you waiting for? Okay, let me give you a full summary of The Concubine by Elechi Amadi. This novel is set in traditional village in eastern Nigeria where the people live according to deep-rooted customs, beliefs, and spiritual laws. It is a time before the modern technology where oracles, priests, and nature spirits control many aspects of life. Okay, the main character, Ioma. Ioma is a beautiful, respectful, and graceful woman admired by everyone in the village. She is the perfect woman, humble, gentle, loyal, and elegant. But there's a problem, one problem, everybody. One man who loves her dies. It is every man who loves her dies mysteriously. That's the big problem. Whoever loves her dies mysteriously. So tragedy strikes early. Ioma is married to a man named Emenike, but he dies after a heated quarrel with another villager. At first, it seems accidental. She becomes a widow. She raises her children with dignity and continues to live in peace, but her beauty catches attention, guys. This beauty of Ioma is something else. So let's look at Madame. Madame is a proud man named Madame. A proud man named Madame. He wants to marry Ioma, but she refuses kindly. Madame becomes angry, feels insulted, and mistreats her, especially by invading her land. He insults her in public, but later, when he mysteriously goes blind and later dies from a snake bite, the villagers begin to whisper, "Is something wrong with Ioma?" So look at the real love. Ioma and Ekweme. Ekweme. So another lover comes along the line. A young man named Ekweme falls in love with Ioma. Their love is pure, real, and beautiful, but there's a problem. Ekweme is already betrothed to another girl. His parents and the villagers don't approve of Ioma. And worst of all, every man who falls in love with her dies. But Ekweme is determined. He breaks off his engagement and decides to marry Ioma anyway. So the shocking truth, Ioma is a spirit wife. Ekweme's parents consult a powerful Dibia, a native doctor. What he reveals shocks everyone. Ioma is not just a woman, she is the spirit wife of a sea god. Any mortal man who falls in love with her or tries to marry her will die because the sea god becomes jealous and punishes the man. This explains why all our lovers, Emenike, Madume, and now possibly Ekweme, suffer tragic ends. Okay, so let's see the tragic end of this old novel about it. This is what happened to Ekweme. Did Ekweme die? What happened? So, despite the warnings, Ekweme insists on marrying her. His health begins to fail. He becomes weaker, and eventually he dies. The novel ends in deep sorrow. Ioma is left once again in grief, still trapped by the curse of a love she can never fully have. This is so sad for Ioma. It's a beautiful story, but like Ioma is bound to be a concubine for life, a preacher woman. when I first read this book, I think I was in just two or so, but I never stopped reading it. I've read it once, I keep reading it, I reading it because the story is it's so annoying. Well, it actually is loving. I loved it, but I hate tragedy. I don't know. I just felt that can't someone just find a young man? Can't she just be happy? When people die. So, but guys, this is a very interesting novel. I want every teenager to read it. This is a novel that was written in the 1950s also. So, it's a very good book. Elechi Amadi is a very good writer, and so I want you guys to pick up this book and read it. And if you're looking for more books to read, you can check Elite Readers of the wonderful books there, guys. The wonderful books that you don't want to miss. So just go to elitereadershub.com and start reading and don't dull yourself there. All right, so we're looking look at the themes. What is the theme? What are you taking? What is there for you as a teenager? What can you learn? I see faith versus free will. Even when we try to choose our paths, some forces may be beyond our control. Sometimes doing the right thing still brings pain, but wisdom helps us to walk wisely anyway. So beauty is not always a blessing at times. Yoma's beauty brought attention, but at the same time it brought tragedy. Your gift can also be your burden. Use it wisely and stay grounded. So when we look at culture and belief systems, the traditional beliefs and spiritual shaping every part of life in the village. So understand your root, guys. That's one thing about all this, classic novels. They help you to not forget your roots. Okay, love is powerful but can be dangerous. Ekweme's love was sincere, but it also blinded him to the warning signs. Love must come with wisdom, timing, and understanding. So it's good to listen to warnings. People ignore the signs and pay the price. Discernment can save your life. You know that thing, this look at your mind. You can just, he still went ahead to marry her and then he lost his life. So in closing, I will say, here is the big lesson for all elite readers. Not everything beautiful is safe, not every desire is wise, and not every love story ends in happily ever after. She just gets used to that. So, but every story teaches us something, and the concubine is a reminder that understanding your destiny is important as chasing your dream. So, guys, these are literary hub where we don't just read books, we learn from them, we grow through them, we become better because of them. So like this video, subscribe, drop a comment to let us know what you think about Elite Readers Hub and then what you think about elitereadershub.com. Alright guys, see you when I upload another video and talk about another beautiful book. Just stay tuned so you won't miss out when I upload a new a book. So guys, bye for now.